There are two main reasons why a nonprofit struggle or fail. The very first is the quality of your board. The second reason is your ability to raise money consistently. The interesting thing is both are quite intertwined. If you're struggling with your board, you're most likely be struggling to raise money. If you're struggling to raise money, you're most likely struggling with your board. That's to show that the foundation of your organization's success rises and falls on your leadership, which is your board. But how do you correct this anomaly? How do you build a board that can step up, help you build out your entire organization, including ensuring consistent cash flow for your mission? That's exactly what I'm going to be talking about with you today. And there are 5 clear steps to build a powerhouse board that steps up, raises money, and works alongside you to build the organization your mission deserves. The very first step is the board reactivation. Why is this important? You don't want to go into this process with any dead weight. And of course, there are also board members who are capable, who have the skill sets to help you achieve the mission and the vision of your organization. So you want to be able to let go of the dead weights, and you want to be able to get those who are capable to step up, saying, I'm willing to commit to building the organization with you. And that's what the board reactivation does. It also gives you insight into the gap within your board, so that when you go into step 2, which is the board recruitment, you know exactly who you're bringing in to build a powerhouse team. The board recruitment is where you bring in people to complement your team. You need a complete team to be able to execute, to create the results you want for your organization, including fundraising. As surprising as it is, so many organizations do not even have a fundraiser within their board. So it's very evident why you struggle with fundraising. So board recruitment is basically how you bring in those right people to serve within your team and your organization. And as important as the quality of board members you bring in is also the process you bring them in through. By simply inviting them into your board, you're most likely going to have them disengaged in no time. So you need to be able to take them through the right process that ensures their commitment and active engagement. The third step of the process is strategic planning. Why is this important? In community development, we see people who plan together, execute together. So the number one way to ensure the commitment of your board, both the old and the new, is to plan with them. And when you're planning with them, you're planning out every aspect of the organization that's needed for the organization to succeed. This, of course, will also give them insight into everything that has to do with the organization and the effort and resources needed for the organization to win. This understanding is needed for them to work with you as you move on. The first step of the process is delegation. Delegation is how you empower your board members to take charge of different aspects of the organization. You need to be able to delegate right, to be able to get them to lead the different aspects of the organization and support you the way you want them to. And of course, the last step of the process is where you all begin to execute together. And when it comes to execution, this is not about you doing the work or your board doing the everyday work. It's about you building the team, equipping that team to be able to do the work while you and your board provides the leadership and supervisory capacity. And this is across every aspect of the organization, from fundraising to marketing to partnerships to program execution and every aspect that moves the needle for the organization. This is how you build a powerhouse team. You first of all reactivate them, you bring in new people to complement the board, you all plan together, you delegate responsibilities, and at the end, you all begin to execute together by leading the teams you bring in and equipping them to create results. Now you know the 5-step process to transform your board. If you're looking and you're willing to start taking action immediately, we have an entire toolkit containing the instruction to execute each step of this process and the tools needed to execute each step of this process so that you can start taking action, so that you can build the powerhouse team your organization needs. For the board reactivation, you get the audit form that helps you audit each member of the board including auditing yourself. For the board recruitment, you also get the materials to recruit new board members. For strategic planning, you get the templates to facilitate that planning with your board. For delegation, you also get the templates to delegate responsibilities right so that you're not doing it wrong. And then lastly, you get the templates to be able to execute with your board, including building the teams, equipping them so that you all can start creating results together. If you're ready to take action, use the link below to get the do-it-yourself toolkit so that you can start getting the instructions and the tools to start taking action. But if you feel you want a more hands-on approach, whether where we coach you or you do it with us, we'll be happy to work with you. Use the link below to book a free 15-minute call where we talk about your organization and create a personalized plan of action that we all can begin to execute together as you take the lead for your organization. We look forward to supporting you and we look forward to helping you through this process.